Welcome back to As Zodiac Buzz. You can catch me on Instagram at As Zodiac Buzz, and you can also email me if you have any questions or want to get your chart printed out so you can follow along. I charge $10, and my email is aszodiacbuzz@gmail.com. So today we're going to look at Venus and Mars the same way we looked at the Sun and the Moon, because they both represent the feminine and masculine principles. Venus is your love and romance planet. Mars is your passion planet. So whoever wrote the book, Women Are From Venus and Men Are From Mars, had to know something about astrology. And it just really sums it up in a nutshell. Where Venus is romantic love and sensual pleasures, Mars is physical love and physical pleasure. Venus is attraction, affection, balance, diplomacy. Mars is aggression, confrontation. Venus is peace, Mars is war. Mars can be violence or accidents, or it could be your desire, your drive, your ambition. So it's how you manifest that energy. Someone with a prominent Mars in their chart could be a cop or a criminal. It's how they use the Mars. Venus is beauty in all its forms. Anything that gives pleasure, like money. Venus rules money. Mars is simply your drive or your ambition to acquire that money. Mars is what motivates us. If we had too much Venus and not enough Mars, we'd never get off the couch. Venus is kind of passive, where Mars is more aggressive. Venus loves companionship. She's a social planet. Remember, she travels close to the Sun and Mercury. Mars is independent. Mars can be a loner. Venus, like the Sun and Mercury, takes 1 year to go around the chart. So again, if you're looking for Venus in the chart, she's going to be pretty close to where the Sun and Mercury are. And right now, Venus is in Gemini. Mars has a 2-year cycle. So Mars works on its own and takes 2 years to get around to its original point in the zodiac. And right now, Mars has just entered Pisces. So Mars is over here. These 3 planets are your social planets, and again, they all travel close to each other. Venus rules Friday. In French, it's literally vendredi. And Mars rules Tuesday. In French, the word for Tuesday is mardi. So you can see in some of the foreign languages how the days of the weeks are represented by the planet, but it works in English too. So with that said, Venus has gone retrograde. Now, Venus retrograde can be a real bitch. So just watch out for your dealings with women. Venus will be retrograde from May 13th until June 25th. Again, just like Mercury retrograde or when any of the planets retrograde, you want to add a cushion of at least a week on either side for it to station, to move forward and to move backward. So just because it goes direct the next day doesn't mean the energy's gone. It means it's just getting back to normal. So give yourself a little cushion. Now, when we're looking at charts, when we meet up with another person, which is kind of what dating apps are based on, you're looking for a connection. So we're getting a little bit ahead here into the part of astrology that's called symmetry, but it's worth noting. If you're looking for a long-term connection or a marriage connection, you want to look to the Sun and the Moon. When one person's Sun is next to another person's Moon, that's a real compatibility aspect. And those aspects tend to last for all time. But if you're just looking for physical chemistry, a hookup, or a romance, Venus and Mars are your planets, because those are the planets of chemistry. Now, obviously in a marriage or a long-term relationship, you want both. You want the companionship aspect and the chemistry. But sometimes when you find a relationship that has too much Venus and Mars chemistry, it can burn itself out. It's that hot and heavy romance, especially if the Mars is really prominent, because there's a lot of passion, a lot of desire, which works really well in the bedroom. But outside of the bedroom, fireworks can translate to fight. So if you have a relationship that you're just really having a hard time connecting on, but the chemistry is so good, that's going to be a strong Venus-Mars connection. One person's Venus next to another person's Mars. But if you have it well balanced with the sun and the moon principles, that can be a really great recipe for a long-term relationship. So just to recap, Venus is love, romance, sensual pleasures, beauty, and money. Mars is action, aggression, desire, and passion. Now, Venus retrograde, again, can be really tricky. Because it rules money, it can be a reversal of fortune. But I'm thinking with all this quarantine that's been going on the past 2 months, we've all been out of work for 2 months, or we've been waiting for money through unemployment. So maybe Venus retrograde will bring that money back to us, either through unemployment or a return to work. So again, there's always something positive to look at with the retrogrades. So stay tuned as we move forward through the planets. Again, if you need to contact me for any reason, I'm at AskZodiacBuzz@gmail.com. Carrie Feza signing off.